fighting against the black quarterback situation, and then you've got people telling you, your friends, saying that you can't make it.
It just shows that some of the stigmas that have been against us for so many years are showing that they were just stigmas.
I feel like, a black quarterback can never make it in college or professional. Everything is opening up now.
It's not just that black quarterbacks are guys. What you have now is franchise elite passers.
Assuming I'm rooting for everybody that's black. Yeah. Assuming I'm rooting for everybody that's black. Yo. Look. Assuming I'm rooting for everybody that's black. Spent about 2 racks on handmade new rags. Assuming I'm rooting for everybody that's black. That's everybody from sports to college class to rap and back.
No crazy intro today. I'll tell you, you guys will see why it's just crazy intro today. Let's get into it. Let's start with the sad music. So we're gonna start with sad music. You hear the sad music playing, and we're gonna start with Deshaun Watson. So Deshaun Watson, his numbers was 29 for 39, 309 yards, 2 touchdowns. And the reason I'm playing the sad music is because nobody came with him today. Nobody. Every time they get a good ball, every time they move the ball, it's a holding. Every time they get a good stop, it's a defensive pass interference. Every time they do something well, they take 15 yards back. Like, they couldn't get out of their own way. Mental issues. He couldn't get nobody to come with him but J.J. Watt, who didn't show up in the last drive when it mattered. Couldn't score. You're taking 3 instead of taking 7. Like, it was the feeling of not having the number 1 receiver and the feeling of not having a running back that's actually worth running back there really showed today. And on the last play, we decided to run an option with our running back directly down the line instead of passing the ball with our $200 million quarterback and allowing him to make the play. That's what we're going to do, Houston. Houston might get the number 1 pick. It's between Houston, Dallas, and probably the rest of the NFC East. Honestly, it's just really bad, bro. And I'm sick of him. I'm sick of him, man. It is rough being a Texans fan or a Deshaun fan, because it's not much more I can say. It's just mental issues. Can't run the ball. There's no running game to even speak of. It's rough. It's rough. The not having Deshaun Watt, not having D-Hop really shows us how bad this team was constructed. And you know what? I wouldn't even say that it wasn't constructed well. All the pieces they let walk out the door. If I screenshot it, I'm going to show you guys how much talent they just left walk out the door. We're talking, I think his name's Carlos Hyde, D-Hop, Jadeveon Clowney. I know you can pay all these guys, but you got to keep at least one other one with Sean. Like, what is he working with? He's not working with anything. And it was sad, man. Let's get to our next sad person of the day. So as y'all know, I don't have a Cam Newton Patriots jersey yet. I don't even know if I'm gonna get one at this point. 9 for 15, 98 yards and 3 interceptions. I see why Brady left and why Brady was upset. These guys are awful. They're awful. I know Cam didn't play well. He didn't play well. I understand that. But where was he going to throw it to? And he can't play defense. Like, he played really bad. He played bad, I know that. But COVID robbed Cam of the game that he had. You know, COVID really robbed Cam of the trajectory that he was on to having a pretty good season. Bill Belichick said in his conference that he's going to be the starter. There's no doubt in his mind he's still going to be the starter. So they benched him just for courtesy, you know what I mean? So he wouldn't go out there and throw one more interception, you know what I mean? It was rough. It was rough watching it. I fully expected them to win. I didn't know the 49ers were still that good. I thought the 49ers had fell off the map. It was bad. It was rough to watch. I feel bad for Russell Wilson. Not Russell Wilson. We'll get to him at the end. I feel bad for Cam Newton and Deshaun Watson. Deshaun Watson there's literally nothing he could do to help his team. And Cam, he just played bad and he looked bad. And now there's something else for people to talk about. As if Cam's not a former MVP. As if Cam didn't lead his team to the Super Bowl. As if Cam has been in his offense for any longer than 2 months? 2-3 months. As if Cam didn't have COVID. It's a myriad of things. These are not excuses. These are reasons as to why Cam's not playing well. So I fully expect Cam to get it together next week. I don't know who they play next week, but at this point, you're fighting for a wild card. I don't expect them to catch up with Josh Allen in Buffalo. So I fully expect them to at least contend for a wild card. 8-8, 7-9 is what I think will be the Patriots' record. Because when you have so many players out for COVID, and it just don't look good. I hope I'm wrong. I hope I look back at this and I'm wrong. But that's all I got now. So that's the end of the sad hour. Let's get into some more real exciting football. So we're gonna start with Teddy Bridgewater. Big 12 vibe. This game had a real Big 12 vibe where big plays are all over the place. Fireworks show. I think the final score was 24-27. It felt a lot more offensively dominant than it probably was. Good game though. Good game. It was a divisional game, so you know how those type of rivalries go. Why they kicked 65, damn near 70-yard field goal? Like, dude, just punt the ball. Like, I understand that you don't think your defense could hold up, but why give Drew Brees a short field? Or just try to get the fourth down, and if that doesn't work, if you're gonna lose the game, you don't want to lose the game without your best players on the field, and your kickers were certainly not the best player on the field. So I just didn't like that call. I didn't like that call at all. But Teddy played well for what Teddy is way more athletic than I gave him credit for last year. 23 for 28, 259 yards, 2 touchdowns. Played well enough to win, but you know he's playing one of the greatest. He's playing Drew Brees, and Drew Brees has outplayed him for this game. Now you know what? I take that back. I don't think Drew Brees outplayed him. I just think New Orleans defense made one more defensive play than Teddy's team could. I still fully believe that Teddy Bridgewater is probably gonna have a better record than Tom Brady. I fully believe that. But yeah, so that was Teddy. He played well. Kansas City full on destroyed Denver. I'm talking about I was getting ready for this video with like the whole fourth quarter. They had a pick six, a kick return touchdown, and he didn't have to do much. My homeboy didn't have to do much at all. Like, what was his numbers? 15 for 23, 200 yards and a touchdown. That's very modest because he didn't even have to. And that touchdown was late. It was late. Like, it really didn't matter when he scored it. So, he was the game manager. He didn't have to do nothing crazy. They was in the snow. It was nasty. But yeah, they took Denver to task and smacked them right in the face and got out of Denver because it was crazy. It was crazy. Now, let's get to the best game because Lamar didn't play this week. Let's get to the best game of the weekend. Russell Wilson, NFC West showdown against Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray is growing up in front of our eyes with the help of our friend D-Hop. 10 receptions, 103 yards, a touchdown. D-Hop is special. I miss him. I miss him in Houston. I really wish he was still in Houston. But Kyler played good well. In that third, he missed some passes. I think it was the third and the fourth, but he ended up getting it together. Russell Wilson had a better first half. Kyler Murray had a better second half. Kyler Murray's numbers were 34 for 48, 360 yards, 3 touchdowns, and an interception, and a game-clinching field goal that he set up. So let's get to Russ. I feel like Russ, that he didn't play well in overtime. Russ didn't play well in overtime, but I would blame that on the pressure that the Cardinals were getting on him, even without their number 2 pick. They were sending a house at Russell, and it just seemed like Russell was kind of flustered. Like 33 for 50, 388, 3 touchdowns, and 3 interceptions. We're talking about a man that went I don't know how long without throwing an interception, and he threw 3 in one game. That's not Russell Wilson at all. They was confusing him. They would send a blitz. They would drop back, and then so on the last play that set up the field goal, Russell Wilson was completely fooled. He thought dude was going to blitz, threw it over the top. It was like a fair catch. I've never seen Russell Wilson that confused in a quarter before. But it was a great game. Great game, went into overtime. I'm going to be super tired tomorrow morning because I'm recording this video. I wanted to get my thoughts out tonight. So that's pretty much all I got for y'all. And let me finish my thought. Russell Wilson, to me, didn't play awful. The defense just made more plays. So big ups to whoever the defensive coordinator is in Arizona, that they made his life hard. And Murray is showing he's growing up. Murray's for real. His record, he's 5-1, I think. 5-1, 4-2, something like that. The Cardinals are for real, and I'm really impressed with Murray. Murray might have earned himself a jersey in my collection. So that's all I got for y'all. Relatively short. We got a lot of injuries and players not playing well, and quarterbacks getting benched put in. So that's all I got for y'all. If anything changes or I get any news from now up until Wednesday, for sure I'll make a video about it and I'll put it in here. So y'all have a good night, stay warm, and I'll see y'all next Wednesday.